Respect my region. J Ping here checking in, y'all. Respect my region. We got Isaiah Lilly, the one and only, in the building. We got the RMR podcast. It's the first Sunday session episode. Every single Sunday, Isaiah and I are going to be reviewing weed products. Today, your boys got the beautiful lights on me. Isaiah's in the darkness of Spokane, Washington.
Rookie show.
Isaiah, I need you to lay it on me, man. The March Madness is still fresh in your mind. I don't get that sun and the energy vibes like you're living gloriously fresh off an NCAA championship win. Talk to me about what it's like being from Spokane after such a heartbreaking loss.
Dude, we felt that one for sure. Cause I mean, I'm definitely a big fan, but usually like in the past, I've always stayed skeptical just because it's like that in 2017 when they went and saw North Carolina in the championship game. Like I was never like, yeah, Gonzaga's gonna win. I was like, they can, but I just was never like fully confident. Like this year, I didn't even do a bracket because I was like, nah, Gonzaga's gonna win. Like I actually feel it.
You were set. You were really like so many people around the country were really set that Gonzaga was the best team in the country, hands down.
They were filthy. I mean, they. Some people argue their strength of schedule, but when you go undefeated through your conference tournament, like something's going right. And that Suggs dude was a baller. I mean, he's going to the draft, so shout out to him. But yeah, those guys. I remember driving to see some homies for that game, and I think I was in the car, and it was like 2 minutes into the game, and it was already 9-0. And I was just like. Yeah, it's just that classic like, okay.
It's rough, man. It's rough, bro. It is so it breaks my heart because Spokane and Wazoo and UW over the years they all coog it at the end of the day. And for those of you that don't know, cooging it is when you are primed and ready to go kill it, and then you just fuck it all to shit. It just all goes to hell. You're down 9-0 in the first quarter, first half. You're down, at half by 20. When I was in college, Central Washington University played on ESPN. We got our ass handed to us, and we were ranked in the country at that time. It was like one of the most embarrassing plays of the year happened to us at that time. Like, it's Washington State sports at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So, but on a positive note, you and I today are going to be reviewing some high quality, some premium cannabis products. So for those of you that are watching in, I really appreciate you guys tapping in. Isaiah is one of the marketing staff over at Peace of Mind Cannabis, a dispensary chain that has multiple locations across Washington State. Isaiah, where do you guys have stores at?
We got stores. So we got South Hill Spokane, which is where I'm located, and then Northside Spokane. We got Bellingham, Seattle, Fremont, and then Anchorage, Alaska.
You just have one in Anchorage now, so 5 stores. Wow, yeah. Very exciting, very exciting. And in terms of your role in the cannabis industry with what you do at Peace of Mind, talk to us a little bit about what you do at Peace of Mind, and then I want to know what does someone in the industry do on 420? How was your 420 this last year?
So mainly right now, what I'm doing is I'm actually I'm building the marketing department for Peace of Mind South. At least we didn't really ever have one, even like until our rebrand really. So we used to be, I'm sure you've noticed, Satori. And then we rebranded to Peace of Mind Cannabis. A lot of people are already familiar with the head shop Peace of Mind, owned by same dude Justin Wilson. So we just brought the two together. To create one unified one deal. But yeah, so I'm kind of starting to build that out. I do a lot of in-store stuff for our marketing. It's been a lot of figuring out our layout and kind of doing a lot with our new color scheme, making somewhat tedious, but still dope work. Like we designed our new placards and stuff to go with our rebrand. Right now we're starting to push more into, I want to focus more into like our socials and SEO. So
now, in terms of your guys' store and those brands that you were working with, who are some of the most popular brands in the store, either for your staff or what you've noticed on the consumer side?
Definitely Scored, one of those West Side's brands, Small Farm. They are killing it. We had a dude come in earlier this week who knew our Scored drop came in that day, and he was like, I pulled out 6 bills. I'm ready to spend it on Scored.
Wow. He was ready to drop 500, 600 bucks on score.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. The man knows what he wants to smoke.
Yes, sir. He comes. He just dropped like another few $100 on their cartridges the other day too. Like he's not fucking around.
Wow. Are those live resin carts or what are they for him?
I believe. Yeah. No, they're just PHO, if I remember correctly.
So,
But no.
so what does that mean for you guys out there? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, we're talking about a similar kind of extract, but what is the end type of oil? Is that a distillate with cannabis terps? Is that a live resin? Is that just a blend of oils?
The PHO is basically
It's propane hash oil.
Yeah.
But what kind of oil is in their carts? Just like what kind of material do they use? Is it fresh frozen? Do we know what they're using?
It's cured, like they're cured flour.
Oh, so it's cured flour. It's cured resin. It's cured resin.
Yeah, cured resin.
Okay.
I see what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah, because see here in Cali, you've got liquid diamond live resin, which is like your live resin diamonds and the HTE mixed together, and then that's in a cart. That's what Buddy's brand offers. And then you've got a cured resin, which is cured flour that is then done with a BHO or PHO extraction, right? Or CO2 if you want. And then you've got the distillates, which is from the trim, right? And then you've got the cannabis derived terps and then botanical terps. You guys still sell botanical terps in Washington, correct? All natural derived terpenes, like fruity flavored stuff.
Yeah.
Do you
not as popular? At least in our shop, it's not as popular, but you can still get it. Here are a few options.
What are the brands that still offer those kinds of things?
Canna Organics, Canna Whoop Ass. They got their like flavored distillates, just like this push syringes, and then they also they got some flavored full gram drinks. And then there's also a company that we carry called Twisted. They're infused pre-roll with a flavored distillate in there.
Okay.
And that's really all that we got for flavored stuff. I sometimes will get flavored carts from Dabulous, but I don't believe those are botanical.
Who's Dabulous?
Ionic. Yeah. An Ionic brand.
I gotta grab some of these little guys right here real quick. Yo, the little glob mops. Shout out to glob mops, man. Protecting the rigs, man. Look, the glob mop. You got this side, and then you got the pointy side for afterwards, man, to get in the corner. Come on, man.
The basic double rounded.
Oh my God, you're a rookie. Come on. All right, so we're gonna get right into it. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
So I just took a dab of some Viola diamonds. Viola is the brand from Al Harrington, the basketball player. Let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to show you this look at this cute little packaging here real quick. Viola.
Nice.
Little box. Open, inhale, enjoy, right? And then let me grab one of these diamonds for you to see, bro. Woo! These diamonds are as big as the wizard stones from Oleum. Look at that.
Damn.
And there's like 7 of these in here, bro. There's a ton of these boulders in here. So Viola, I'll be real. I've had Viola flower. I've had Viola dabs. I'm really not that impressed. And obviously, as well as I do, THCA. It's not like it takes really, really supreme amounts of skill to get to get to THCA at this point. You know what I mean? And so these boulders, although they're impressive, what actually makes them worth buying is there's flavor to them. They don't just taste like chalky weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like actual terps to this. And so testing wise, this is the sativa. It's a buckets. They're diamonds. Total cannabinoids, 98.2, bro. Potent as shit. Yeah, 85.5 on the THC. They don't list the terpenes on this, but they do tell you to use it on low temp. So, a product like this for me, I think I gave it like a 9. I think I gave these diamonds like a 9.5 because I do like the branding is cool. It's from an NBA player. Like for someone like us that likes sports, likes weed, like this is a cool product. This is for someone like us. You know what I mean? And then it gets you high, 98.2 on the cannabinoids. Like, come on, that shit That's fire. So what do you got going? What do you got going over there?
Let's see. We got some cold cure rosin, solventless hash oil from Constellation's Cannabis. Let's see if we can try to get that. Yeah,
Go to your right a little bit.
Go to the right.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Okay, so that's the brand. So we got a black jar. They got their white logo.
Yep.
To see.
Yeah, this is what we're smoking. This is some GMO.
Yep. Does it have that garlicky funk that GMO tends to have?
Filling up the room right now. As soon as I opened the slick, I smell it underneath my nose. This is one of my favorite strains,
when you first bought the concentrate, was it wet or was it already kind of oxidized and dried out?
It's a little more of this hard. I would not. It's still pretty wet, but it's definitely more of that like Play-Doh-y consistency compared to a lot of their other rosins. Maybe like jammy or that crazy like white color you'll even see. But due to I'm pretty sure because of the cold cure, like these ones tend to come out a little bit more that like wet Play-Doh consistency.
Yeah. All right, well, man, I'd love to. I want to see the expression on your face, man. Hit me with a low temp. What do we got? How much does it usually go for, too?
These guys are usually running for 60 a gram, and then we got them all the way up. We'll sometimes get limited drops, or like if we get whenever they do like a sub X collab, that'll sometimes go all the way up to 75. But on the regular, you usually catch these in our shop for like 55 to 60.
That's a great deal for a really solid gram of hash. You know, between you got taxes in all these other states. You got various kinds of flour going in. The more expensive the flour, the more it should cost at the end of the day. So
I love knowing where like my dab is sourced from, like where the flour comes from.
That kind of information, it just makes it way sexier sometimes. All right, y'all. We got a low temp dab going. Isaiah, repping Peace of Mind Cannabis. Respect my region. Sunday Sesh, man. Let's go. Constellation Cannabis, rosin, dab, reviews. Ooh, what you got?
Yeah.
What you got?
That's just what I want out of GMO. Funky, like right off that tip of the tongue, almost makes it feel like furry. It's that weird kind of vibe, and then just that good skunky taste.
Ugh, that wet dog
smooth as hell,
shit skunk.
Smooth as hell too. Like not.
What is the high that you're feeling right now?
My eyes want to start to close. That's for damn sure. This is a nice, chill indica. I love to end my day with something like this, or come home from work and just fucking take a nice fat dab of one of these.
Yep. I feel you on that.
Settle in on the shoulders, like
it just makes you want to kick back and kick it. You know what I mean? I totally feel it. I'm getting a live stream high right now from you, like a secondary contact high. You know what I'm saying?
That shit, yeah, that hits.
Or maybe it's because I keep sipping on this, this 80 milligram Uncle Arnies iced tea lemonade that's infused.
That sounds fire. I love it.
Dude. So check this out, Uncle Arnies. This is a promo sample, and so for some reason this is 80 milligrams versus the usual 100 that they are. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But this is a iced tea lemonade. They call it Uncle Arnies, like Arnold Palmer, and it does have a little bit of a bitter weed taste in it. Obviously, 100 milligram drinks, it's really hard to get that weed taste to be emulsified or homogenized absolutely perfectly into the beverage, right? And so you can taste it, but overall it's got a beautiful, packaging. It stands out on the shelf. This is not the usual sticker that you see here. Obviously, this is a sample one. So this is like, it was part of a BOGO deal. So they clearly just threw this in there because part of a batch, But in terms of the flavor, I mean, you can see the color of it right there. It's that awkward, yellowish, murky, watery, brownish color. You get this lemon. You definitely get lemon, and you definitely get the tea, but the weed taste is what you really get the most of. And infused by Vertosa, manufactured by Space Station. If you're here in California, those two companies are primarily infusing and or manufacturing, I would say well over 80% or 90% of the top selling beverages in the state. It would be comparable as if in Washington, Source and Happy Apple, it would be the
Mm-hmm.
same as if that would be comparable to them doing almost all the beverages in Washington. It's the best. They do the best of the best, in my opinion. So,
Yeah.
um, really wonderful. Do you have another item today?
Oh yeah, let's go with the Refine Loud Infused
Ooh,
Pre-Roll.
loud infused pre-roll from
Yes,
Refine.
sir. So if you're
What?
familiar with Refine, they like to call their BHO, PHO oil. It's their loud rosin.
Yeah,
Sometimes
loud
you can't get
resin.
it
Loud
from a lot
resin.
of, huh?
It's
Or
resin,
resin,
right?
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's resin. My bad. I got that rosin dab still in my brain. This shit is fucking me up.
It's the GMO, baby. The GMO with
but
man.
but yeah, so sorry. Loud resin infused joint. These guys, they usually source a lot from Treehawk for their flower. This time
Mm-hmm.
around, though, we got some Nerds by Mama Chan.
So they have flour from cookies grower,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have oil from them
From
for the joint.
Nomads.
No mids. Wow.
Yep.
Okay, so definitely. I mean, what are we looking at for the THC?
So yeah, the Nerds with the Fruity Pebbles cross THC, we're looking at a nice total of 40.74.
Holy shit.
Just a little bit for a joint, nothing crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty potent.
Yeah, and then they do got a nice 2.89% terp, so I always like knowing that.
Can you hold it up in the center of the thing for us so people can see the label, though? We can't read that small print, but can you show them the label? Yeah, so it's got that metallic, refined, black. Okay, cool. Dope. Well, yeah, man, light that bitch up. And while you're lighting that up, I'll tell you a little bit about this beef jerky that's
Jerky.
infused. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Check this out, dude. Cannabis infused beef jerky links. I got the habanero barbecue. Come on, man.
That's fire.
$5.50 for one link. Grass-fed ground beef chuck, mahogany collagen casing, water, natural flavoring, smoke, casing colored with caramel and carmine, sugar, salt, spices, ground mustard, dehydrated habanero, peppers and powder blend, including dried chilies, dehydrated garlic and onion, paprika, spices, liquid smoke, encapsulated citric acid, carrot fiber, sodium nitrate, THC distillate. So they infused this with a THC distillate.
Damn.
1 gram of protein, 0.2 grams sugars, 7 grams of sodium, 0.3 gram carbs, and 1.4 grams of total fat. Stoned Age Edible Company in Hayward, California. I'm doing it, dude. Here we go. How's that joint tasting for you?
Bro, this shit tastes super good. Definitely on that like fruity, gassy terms.
Look at this little guy.
Looks a little, what are the little used to always do them in barbecue sauce at the parties?
Yeah, the little smokies.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But
All right, is the juice worth the squeeze on that joint or what?
Very much so. You can see that nice even burn, nice light gray ash. See that ring of resin forming around. This shit it's hitting good. Tastes super good.
What's the flour taste like?
Definitely tasting that like fruity gassiness with the Fruity Pebbles and Nerds Cross. It's kind of like Tropicana cookies.
Yeah,
it tastes kind of like that. Just that like super like punchy, like a little bit of earthy, but like that like red punch flavor, like sweet.
That sounds good. I need to hit that shit. Pass that over here real quick, because this little guy is this little guy right here, bro. The habanero is spicy.
Is it too much for the ping?
No, it's delicious, but it's spicy. It hits you in the back. Wow.
Yeah, right on the throat. Dude, I love habanero. Like mango habanero wings, that's my shit every time.
Dude, this right here, guys, fucking delicious. This little cannabis infused beef jerky link, habanero like barbecue.
That little cartoon on the front. Fun.
Yeah, it's a dancing bear and a dancing steer. I love it, man. That's super good. The spice is kicking it. It's like I ate some real. I mean, I ate real beef jerky. Wow. I think it's time to take another dab. 1 second.
I don't want to put this thing down. Goddamn.
Bro, you should not put it down. You got to finish that shit.
Funny
You gotta
side
finish
story.
that.
I actually, so my mom's boyfriend, they've been together for like 13 years. It's got damn near my stepdad. But his sister got married to this dude in Colorado who's in the weed industry down there. And when we went to his wedding, they had kind of like a weed, like stoner wedding. Ooh. And the owner of Refine was actually one of his groomsmen. He was down there, and he gave everyone like the his and hers gift or whatever. Was a gram of wedding cake from Refine, and it was either a pink or a blue label. And it said like the event was called Hunt Fest, so it said on the label like Hunt Fest. I have the slick somewhere probably. So
that's funny.
Dabbed me out. It was like early on. I didn't really say much to him. There was like a table full of all these industry dudes. This was way before. This was like my sophomore year of college, and I was too nervous to even go up to them. But they were all super nice dudes. Definitely need to hope I get a chance to reconnect with them in the future if I ever go down to see them. John is.
I've actually toured. I've toured Refine before, and so that's. I mean, Isaiah, it's one of these things too. It's like when we were talking about making the different content over these different brands, right? You have these lists that we're doing the next few weeks.
Yep.
Strategically pick who. Let's pick and choose who we want to go and visit and who we want to talk to and all that kind of stuff, man. Because it's our time to help these brands, man. It's our time to help educate the people. Look, we got all these people in the comments over here, man. Shout out to y'all watching on YouTube, Twitch. Shout out to everybody on Twitter, man, LinkedIn, Facebook. What's good, man? Like, we got to educate these people. They want to know more about weed. They want to know what's good, what's coming out, what's safe, what's good for their mom, what's good for their dad and grandparents. Like, we're here to help them, So really appreciate you guys for tapping in. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Go to our YouTube if you're on Facebook. Go to our Facebook if you're on YouTube. Go hit us on Twitch. Isaiah and I are going to be here doing this Sunday sesh every Sunday from now until we cannot handle it no more. So tap in. Show us some love, man. I'm here dabbing. I just dabbed some Oreos from a company called the Oreos Sugar Diamonds. Shaman Extracts. I got this at where'd I get this at? I got this at Valley Pure in the wild, wild west of California.
Are diamonds big in California? Is that kind of the go-to?
I would say live resin is big, and hash is obviously big, and crumble, right? So I think those are going to be the big three that you'll see. Is that you're going to see people are going to buy crumble, terpy crumble if they can find it for $20 to $30. Then they're going to try to find $30 to $45 live resin, and that's always going to be pretty good stuff. It's going to be your diamonds, your sugars, your sugar resins, your sugar diamonds, things like that. And then anything that's, $45, $50 or more, that's going to be higher end flower, indoor versions of things. You know what I mean? California's outdoor market for flower doesn't necessarily water the flower market down, but it definitely brings the prices. There's just more price points, I would say. But I really, one thing I really miss about Washington's market is the grams and the dubs. They don't really sell grams here like that, and there's no 2.0s.
We got like 2.0. We got dubs sometimes. Sometimes we treat off, but we got grams for sure.
Yeah, we used to when I was at Diego, we had like 5 or 6 types of dubs. You know what I mean? It was that was a constant thing, was to have a gram option and a $20 option all the time.
My GM was saying that a lot of companies do seem to be moving away from grams here just for like overhead reasons or something. Like just not
it's a whole nother set of boxes and packaging. It's another SKU to deal with,
Yeah.
All right. So talk to me about that joint you're working on. What are you at for a score? What's a score out of 10 for the taste test, and what's your score overall?
Like just still burning. So like for the fact, like I'm a big hater. I'll admit I'm a big hater on like pre-rolls in general from shops. I just feel like they always burn like shit. But this is perfect, even, beautiful. Damn. Hey, that's my homie's favorite strain like ever. White Widow. Shout out. But so this is beautiful. Huh?
You're high, and it tastes good,
Yes.
and it's smoking evenly.
Yes. Very.
It could be in a glass tube though, so it's a little bit lame to be in
Yeah.
plastic.
It is kind of lame to be in
What about
plastic.
what about the microplastics in the ocean?
Facts.
Come on, man, Seaspiracy.
You can see it. There's that commercial running that no matter how much we recycle, a lot of it ends up in the ocean. So we don't even need to be creating more.
That's what I'm saying. Might as well just put it in the glass. That's what I'm talking about. Wow, this White Widow is crazy, bro. It's really light. It's got this orangey, piney smell. Ooh, kind of smells like I don't even know. This shit's crazy. I'm gonna do a little
Fuck with it.
say what?
So you got a French fry rolling tray? I fuck with it.
Bro, so first off, all of our rolling trays are covered in various weed because my two wonderful roommates just roll up weed. They never roll up weed on the same tray. They just roll up everywhere. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I got them to switch over to the trays, but there's just now all the trays are just being covered by a bunch of boof because that's what they smoke. So I had to get this one because it's the cleanest one out of everything that's left. Oh my gosh.
I just
But
got
it's
the
pretty
one. I made mine in college.
Huh?
I just got the one. I made it in college with a bunch of stickers and a lunch tray.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So tell me, you've been doing marketing at the store. You've been there doing that for what, almost a year now, right?
Like actually, like effectively doing it, probably more like 6 to 8 months.
Okay. So, in terms of some things that you've been doing at Peace of Mind marketing wise, what have you noticed that's either stood out or been received positively by the customers? What have you not necessarily done, but what have you noticed
Mm-hmm.
being done in the whole scope of marketing that the customers have responded positively to?
One thing that comes to mind that could just because it was brought to my attention by customers twice this last week at work, and it's super small, but it's turned out to be really effective. Is on our and it's just in store is on our placards next to all our products.
Mm-hmm.
It's where it comes from, like what city, what process it was, and then if it's flower, it says if it was indoor or outdoor or what. So, like for example,
So helping to identify the product a little more.
yep.
Nice, nice. So doing that in store you've received physical feedback from customers in the last week that they particularly enjoy that and that it helps them.
Yeah, because yeah, so like several times even before then, just that was the most recent accounts because we have a lot of people that want pesticide free or at least like maybe biological pesticides, or Benny bugs, beneficial bugs. And so they'll ask us and then we'll be like, yeah, and we'll just tell them that we label it too, yada, yada. And everyone always has a super positive reaction to that because they've never seen it anywhere else. And now it makes them in there when they can just go and look.
These people are looking for reasons to buy the plant, to buy these products, and we got to give them reasons.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Some
I
people
love hearing
$100 bag, which is cool. We got those. They're still pesticide free. But some people do really they really care. Like we have one lady that cares all the way down to where she shops by THCA, not even THC. She wants to know the THCA percentage.
So here in Cali, the Cure Company actually puts the THCA only on there. They don't put the THC. They list the THCA.
That's dope. Some people
That's always. I mean,
like some dudes hate seeing THC. Like they get mad if we show them something that has 2% THC but like 27% THCA. And you're like, man, I don't want
they
that.
just don't. They don't understand. Yeah, they don't understand it.
Yeah, and I try to tell them. Sometimes you try to tell them. Sometimes you just know it's a lost cause.
It's tough, man. It's really tough because these customers, they don't want to be told anything, yet they're wrong about so much.
Yeah. You try, but then it is grunt.
That's where I like your method of just having it on the placard. You know what I mean? And let them decide to read it. You know, the bud tenders don't always have to mention or talk about everything. You know what I mean? They and oftentimes talking too much can get people in trouble, right? Saying the wrong things, spreading the misinformation. So I feel that. I feel that. Where'd the lighter go? You serious? All right.
Walked away.
I guess it got up and walked away. What was your final score on that joint, bro?
Definitely a I would give that an 8.7 out of 10.
Why that score?
Super smooth, rolled, burned even all the way through. Never was like harsh on the throat. The taste just went away after the first like several, few puffs or so. Started off like really fruity, gassy, and then from there just kind of tasted like, normal, just kind of whatever.
And that was the refined joint?
Yeah.
And what was the strain again, and who grew it?
Nerds from Mama Chan, and then the oil, I believe, says the producers was No Mids.
No Mids.
So definitely quality, really good all the way through. Like I said, it was super smooth, so I know it had good flour and stuff in there. But I'm big on taste, and it just kind of started to taste boring after a minute, which might have just been the oil just burning.
Just kind of just burning the rest, making the rest of the flour do some craziness.
Yeah, because every now and then I thought I might kind of got a little whiff of the flour, like taste of the flour again. But overall, it's just kind of like, like I don't know if this will make sense, but it tasted hot.
Yeah. I hear.
Like it never made me cough or nothing, but it was still like the back mouth, like it's still like it felt a little warm, a little hot.
Shout out to No Mids and
super good. I'm gonna buy another one.
Refined. That's super dope. You can score on that review. The beef jerky, I'm gonna give a 9 out of 10 on the taste test with a 90 out of 100 overall. Mainly because I feel like the spice was on point, the sweetness, the flavor was on point, but I know people want that heat a little bit higher. So I give that 9 out of 10 on the taste, and I give that the 90 out just for that one reason right there. $5.50 for a piece of jerky, that's dope to me at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
Now, the joint that I'm working on right now is from a company called Claiborne Company right here. You see that White Widow?
Yep.
And the cool thing about this, you see that the packaging information on the back. So they list THCA, cannabinoids, they list Delta 9 THC, and they list CBG. So they also have terpenes. They have 6 terpenes listed, and one of them is also other. And then they have the package date and the best by date. So packaged on March 9th, cannabinoids at 26.13, THCA at 22.73, Delta 9 at 3.28, CPG at 0.11, and then terpenes 1.21, split up between beta caryophyllene, beta myrcene, limonene, humulene, linalool, and then other. And so yeah, it's crazy that they actually list 5 terpenes and the percentages. That's just nuts. But I would say that because of that, and then the price point, and then them offering an exclusive old school strain like White Widow, like that's like people don't grow White Widow no more, bro. They don't say. But this is a brand name strain. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is like Nike selling an athlete's shoes. This is that athlete's shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
for me, this taste and the high, I've been smoking on this for a couple days. The nug, here's the nug that I have, the piece of the nug that I have left. Let me get this out. The branding on the jar is super basic, but I really like this box. But like this nug here, look at that little guy. He's healthy right there. And this was one big ass nug. This whole stem was one nug. I've broken off 2 joints to smoke this.
Yeah.
You know, it's super dense. And then all the terps that are listed. The spiciness is there. The sour and from myrcene is there. The limonene and citrus is there. It's even got the light green color. And then the humulene, it's that woody, funky White Widow shit. And then the linalool is this lavender, smooth flowers shit, smell, whatever. Like,
did you mention, does it have any CBD at all? Is it a 1-to-1 close to?
CBD says 0.00.
Ah.
THC at 23.22. So I don't know. The cat is running around here in and out of this house right now. This is the wildest thing. Like what? Well, I hear. But yeah, no CBD in this. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is on that. I feel like most of the time White Widow has had it in it. This is a $52 eighth, $52 plus tax for some White Widow. $60 probably out the door. I would buy it again. 10 of 10 would recommend. I think my overall score on this is going to be a 92.5 with the taste test being a 94. 9.4 on the taste test. My issue is that I don't really get that high on this.
Yeah. It's just
yes.
Nice to smoke.
It's a good smoker. You get all the terps. You get high, but you don't really it's not a smacker. You know what I mean? And so for me, the 92.5 the 92.5 on the overall is due to that because it tastes fine.
This shit is definitely a smacker.
Yeah, you're high.
Yeah, I'm feeling it for sure.
That's a good funny.
One. That's definitely one I would rebuy again.
So I got two more questions for you before we bounce out of here.
What's up?
The first one is I want to hear your thoughts on cannabis events coming back. What you've been hearing, what you've been talking about, any of those kinds of things, and if you're going to be attending them.
I've been hearing some rumblings of a couple things. I think really, I've been seeing. What was the one event that I saw is going down? I think it's going to be in California, but so I won't be able to attend that. But no, I mean, I'm down for it. Really, like, I mean, I still.
Bro, you gotta slide. You gotta slide out here soon. You gotta come out here. We gotta film some content
for sure. Definitely. But I'm down. Like, I'm down for it. Like, I would go. I still think, of course, like precautions should be taken. Mask up, unless if the place doesn't require you to be, then of course no one's going to force you to. But
yeah,
at least no one should. But if you're comfortable with getting the vaccine, get the vaccine. I guess do your part. I'm still
on the fence. I support getting it. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I support getting it, but I'm on the fence due to the science about it.
Definitely. Like I'm not against it. Like if my mom and her boyfriend both got it, they're doing great. They're super happy about it. They want me to get it. My mom's in it. My mom is a nurse for a. They don't have anything to do with COVID.
I'm gonna get it. I'm just not gonna get it. I need more time. There's gonna be a threshold time in my mind where I feel comfortable getting it. You know what I mean? And for now, I'm super cautious. I'm pretty clean, and when I'm out and about, I don't go and I would say I don't go into other people's bubbles. You know what I mean? I'm respectful of other people's environments and things and those situations. So, I'm going to probably ride it out until I'm a little more trustworthy on the science and the creation of these vaccines. And, I don't want to be a part of the 1 to 2%. You know what I mean? And so I'm just going to stick with my main lady here, Mary Jane. And keep my immune system up. We started juicing. I don't know if you're juicing yet. I don't know if you breakfast every day, but definitely stay on that healthy kick. Anybody watching this right now, get on that healthy kick, man. Get on that hustle and motivate shit. Inspire yourself, inspire other people. Because if your mind is right, and if your gut health is right, and if your butt health is right, then your mind gonna work more in your favor. So definitely want to encourage more positive nutrition.
As me and the girl are about to make some burgers today, but homemade, all the ingredients.
Hell yeah. All right, and then the last question I have for you, brother, on today's Sunday sesh is, I'd love for you to share some brands and products that you would recommend for people
Mhm.
that are fans of either, respect my region or just fans of good quality cannabis. So I know obviously Peace of Mind has 5 different stores across Alaska and Washington State. You don't got to name brands for every location, but if you could, if you wouldn't mind sharing just a couple of your favorite and your go-tos for people, I'd love to hear what's popping right now in Washington State's cannabis industry.
Well, for one, to follow the trend, scored right here.
Leading was
10 out
scored
of
again.
10. 10 out of 10. This is the first time I've shown score today. But this shit right here. Every time they come through the shop, they sell quick. They're always on point with their cure. Never too dry. Always
That looks
got
like a
the
chunky nug for sure.
I'm gonna have some better lights for next week so that we can see this stuff better. But score is always on point. This is actually the newest pheno hunt, which apparently my coworkers told me they were saying is their most expensive pheno hunt. We might have to fact that. But it's the Dirty Banana Breath 42.
Dirty Banana Breath 42.
Yep.
You need to send me a pack immediately. Wow, that sounds incredible.
You want to hear the cross?
What is it?
Cushman's Banana OG and then OG Kush Breath 2.1.
Okay. That sounds gassy, piney, spicy, and bleh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little hint of a little squeeze of lemon at the end, kind of, for some reason. I don't know. That,
Okay. Okay.
But and then another company I want to mention, a little smaller, not as hypey, but just as quality, is Hugo Farms. They are located an hour north of Spokane, up in the Fort Springdale area, and they're run by these two, Brendan and Paige, and they're a super dope farm. They got really good quality stuff. They just dropped 3 new strains: Ultraviolet, Beasters, and Blueberry something.
Nice.
But yeah, they're super quality. They were one of our highest selling farms for a couple months, and they're still in the top 3 or 5. They were number 1 for at least a month and a half.
Really?
Yeah, they had this fire cut of Dosido. Like, I was poured a Dosido for a while, and then I had their Dosido, and this shit was like you ever have something, and then it just feels like you just like took a bite of butter on your lips, like this super like buttery, gassy weed. Like it was like that. It was weird, but it was fire.
That's hilarious. I love when weed has these super notable, relatable smells.
Huh?
I said I love when weed has these super notable and relatable flavors and smells and stuff.
Yeah. It was the first strain I smoked with my dad since he retired from the Navy. He was a super stoner growing up in California. Went to the Navy, then retired as a senior chief after like 23 years, and then I went and saw him with like a half ounce of Dosido from Hugo, and he fucking just smoked it up by the campfire every night his wife went to bed.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What a good that. See, I love cannabis. We can connect with so many different people, man. It heals and de-stresses in so many ways. It's really wonderful. It's really fucking wonderful, man. Now, before we get out of here, I got to give you a score. I've been sipping on this, right? The Uncle Arnies Sweet Tea Lemonade. The official review. Set this White Widow down for a second. All right, here we go. Big swig. You know how alcohol has like a, that at the end of it?
Yeah, like a little bite, a little bitter bite.
Yeah, this has that, it's a weed bite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if this had 20, like this is only the 80 milligram one, if there was the full 100 in this, I feel like it would just be a tiny bit even more of a weed bite. This to me is an alcohol replacement. This is a party drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is some great jungle juice mixer, you know?
Is it like that? Is it like a distillate kind of bite to it? Like,
no? That's a good point. No, I really just feel like it tastes like how some edibles really you taste like that weed at the end, man. Like not like cannabis herbs.
Like more like a cannabis, like flowery, organic, more
Mm-hmm,
so.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So for me, I give the Uncle Arnie's a 9.1 on the taste test. You
Mhm.
know, I might have given them a higher score in the past, but at this time, I'm going to go down to a 9.1 on the taste test, and I'm going to give them a 96 overall. The reason being that even though this one's not accurately dosed, it's labeled as to what it is, right? And it's a promo product. It's not like I paid full price for this exact bottle, right? So
Yeah.
when it is accurate and it is 100, and in the past when I've done it, and throughout this episode, my body is very high. Let me just tell you, my insides are so high. It's like there's a pillow inside of me wrapped around my insides. It's the weirdest feeling. It's like I'm insulated inside. So you hear the things coming out of my mouth right now?
You sound joyous.
I'm high. So, and it's not the White Widow. White Widow is not energizing and uplifting. Like it's this freaking drink. So, I give it a 96 because the drink works. I feel like it's an uplifting high. The 9.1 on the taste test because the flavor does have that bite, but it is good when it comes to a tea. And, it's been fun, man. The first Sunday sesh, I just got super high, did a dab of some diamonds, a dab of some live resin. We smoked a couple joints. Do you got to take a dab before we get out of here or what?
Yeah, we'll do one more.
Yeah.
This stuff, by the way, I don't know if I ever even officially scored it. I got to give it a 95 due to just how funky it is, how true to that GMO high, like heavy indica, just garlicky, almost like gym socks. Like I wouldn't like it anywhere else, but anytime I'm smoking GMO, if it's not like my high school gym bag, I don't want it.
I hear you. GMO, great one for that. On next week's episode, I feel like I'm gonna eat some RSO. I'm gonna eat some sativa RSO next week, so that'll be fun. I might cry from laughter. I'll have another beverage next week that All be reviewing. I'll have another dab and another edible. It'll be my goal to review 4 to 5 products an episode.
All
right. Oh, caught live in the act. This is so funny. That is hilarious.
This is a room we never smoked in, so we haven't taken this one out yet.
We're live in studio with Respect My Region and Isaiah from Peace of Mind Cannabis. We're here on the Sunday Sesh presented by the Respect My Region podcast. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, following, subscribing, showing us some love. Be sure to drop a comment throughout this episode, while you're watching it. And then we got Isaiah here taking a dab of some GMO rosin from Constellation Cannabis. Ooh, look at that. It was still low 10. That was perfect, huh?
Yeah, that was my timer for the dab. It worked out great. I did that on purpose.
Make sure you all like, follow, and subscribe, man. Tap in. Show us some love. Go follow Isaiah too. And I'll see you guys on next week's episode, man. Isaiah, thank you for being on, man. I appreciate y'all, bro.
Thank you, sir.
I'll see you next week. Love you guys. Peace.